You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Hey, welcome to Tuesdays with Stories. This is Joe List. This week's episode brought to you by Vegas.com. You guys, you got to hit up Vegas.com. This website is unbelievable. I was just surfing it today. If you're heading to Vegas, you can't go to Vegas without using Vegas.com. So many great features. The number one feature to me is a thing called Drop Watch. If you book your trip through Vegas.com, your flight, they keep an eye on the flights. So if they go down, you get that price. After you book, you get the cheapest flight. After that, they'll do it for you. This website is badass. Everyone that works there is local Vegas people. They know the area. They know the thing. It's a badass website. It's voted one of the best travel websites in the world, and this time of year is the best time to go. March Madness is coming up. As you know, I'm a big college hoop fan. There's no better place to be for Vegas than Vegas. The first week of March Madness, they have every game, all telecast. You can bet on them legally, and this place, you get all kinds of crazy stuff. They have the best offers on headliner shows, tours, attractions, VIP bottle service. And if you go on there, you can go use the secret password Tuesday, that's singular, Tuesday, and get 10% off everything except for the airline hotel combo or whatever, because that's like a super deal. I don't know what the hell that is, but you can't get off that, but 10% off everything else. Clubs, shows, hotels, get 10% off. Go use the code Tuesday. Go to Vegas.com right now. Click on the microphone in the top right corner and enter code Tuesday to receive an extra 10% off everything but air hotel package. That's Vegas.com. Click on the microphone and get your bonus savings by using the secret code Tuesday to book today. Go in March. March Madness, baby. Hey, Mark. Fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Hey, that wasn't real.
Ooh, it smells real.
But this show is real. It's Israel.
Israel?
We support Israel.
We hate you, Pakistan.
Pakistan? I want to admit something. I have no idea what's going on with Israel and the Gaza Strip. I don't know what the hell the Gaza Strip is.
Gaza Strip sounds pretty cool, though, doesn't it?
I thought it was in Manhattan.
It sounds like a party place.
It does.
We're going to the Gaza Strip.
I don't know what's going on. I support Israel because everyone else supports Israel or something. I have no idea.
Israel's way better.
Yeah, I know. I like Jews. There's a few in the room here, I think.
Yeah. Well, this whole place is run by Jews. This whole island is.
Yeah.
They keep it afloat.
This island we call America.
Oh, Palestine, not Pakistan.
Yeah.
Let me take that back.
But Pakistan, I think they hate Israel, too. I think everybody hates Israel.
Wow, they're jealous. Israel's the best.
Yeah, but I think they're a little annoying, too.
Wow. That's
given. Only what I've read. This is not my own opinion.
I think it's over land. It's something with land.
It's all land, but they have no oil, but it's holy land because all the things started there. And so the religions all started there, so it's all religion, I think.
Yeah, which makes it that's why I checked out.
Yeah, it's very silly.
You're fighting over religion, I'm out.
But I think we back Israel, I think, because the money, or what?
No, I think they're the sane ones.
They're the white ones. That probably has something to do with it.
They got a little darkness.
But you have a little darkness. You're still white.
I know, I'm just saying. They're ethnic, don't get me wrong.
But they're white people. But Syrians aren't white people. They're just tan white people,
I don't know if are Israelis white?
I think they're tan white people.
I don't claim them.
Yeah, they're white.
I don't claim them.
Well, we gotta claim them.
Now, I like them.
Okay.
I don't claim them as whitey.
Like, no claim.
There you go.
I don't know what the hell's going on over there, but I hope no one gets blown up.
I'm going Israel.
Yeah, I'm Israel too, but just because that's what I've read.
Yeah. Have you met an Israeli? They're cool. They're like cool guys. They're like handsome, tough dudes.
A lot of Jews, but not a lot of Israelis. I don't think I've ever met a person that is from Israel.
It's a 180. It's night and day. Like you meet Mortimer at the fucking bagel shop, and then you meet Mordecai, the Israeli Jew, and it's like meeting a UFC fighter and a pharmacist.
I hear it's a beautiful country.
Beautiful.
Goldman said he wanted to retire there. But then people walk around with machine guns because everyone has to be in the army.
Yeah, they're a little on edge.
Yeah, fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that's from Israel, well, I guess I know one Israeli, everyone that's from Israel had to serve in the army.
I know. That's kind of a good thing.
What?
I like that.
That's insane.
Everyone should. It makes a man out of you. It makes you a little tougher.
You are such a Republican and don't even know it. It's deep inside of you.
I support-
Everyone should serve in the army. You should serve in the army.
Well,
you wish you went in the army.
I'm not. No, I don't. I don't want to go. What are you, crazy?
Well, you said everyone should.
I think everyone should wait tables too.
You think if you had it up to you, you would have been getting out of the army 5 years ago, and you'd still be waiting tables now, and then your comedy career starts.
No,
Well,
I think
that seems like what you said.
I think it would probably make everyone a little more team spirited if they went to the military. I'd say it maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks in the military.
2 weeks in the
so
mill.
just boot camp. You got to do some push-ups.
Do boot camp.
You have to have someone yell at you and do push-ups.
Yes.
And then you can go.
Just to knock that cockiness out of you.
I got you.
2 weeks, a little kick in the pants.
I hear you.
2 years is excessive.
A lot of people aren't cocky. I've never been cocky. I'm scared to death. I'm nervous right now.
Well, this would help you be a little more cocky. See, that's the beauty. It levels you out.
I've never met a military guy that was level in my life.
Well, that's
They're all
because
they did topsy-turvy.
I agree, but they did more than 2 weeks.
Aha.
Aha. 2
That's
weeks is
right.
the cut. Yes.
Folks, I got to apologize. My throat's a little hurting. We're recording this about 36 hours after the New England Patriots' improbable comeback in the fourth quarter. And what a ball game. I was screaming, yelling. I smoked a cigar. I sucked 3 dicks.
Unreal. I
Just-
watched him suck the dicks, and he lit them.
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, yeah. Wow, what a game. I'm not even a huge football nut, and I was on the edge of my anal.
It was something else, folks. And it's all been diagnosed and talked about because it's 2 weeks later now. But I've been saying this from the get-go, from after it happened. Pete Carroll, not that bad of a call to throw the ball. A tremendous play by Malcolm Butler. I got all kinds of statistics to back me up. There's been 66 touchdown passes from the 1 yard line, only 1 interception. It was that one, and the clock was running down. They couldn't possibly run the ball 3 times, and if they run and get stuffed on second down, everybody knows they're passing on third down. It wasn't that bad of a call. Russell Wilson couldn't execute. Butler picked it off. Brilliant play. Pete Carroll's a great coach, and everyone else can suck my dick. As I said a couple of weeks ago on the pod, I said they win by 2 touchdowns. They only won by 4, but they still won, and everyone can blow me.
Woo! Yeah! Put that on ESPN and smoke it.
I smoke too much. I can't talk.
I love your passion with this because you're defending the guy. You're so diplomatic. This is the opposing coach of your favorite, sports team, and you're for him. You say, hey, don't fuck with this guy. He's a good dude.
He made a great play. And, I'll go back to at the end of the first half. Everyone's saying they should kick. There's 6 seconds left. It's like you weren't there at that point. You were at the Stellar.
Uh-huh.
At that point, everyone's saying they should just kick a field goal, get the points. He throws, they execute, and now he's a genius. If they had just executed there, he'd be considered a genius. What they would be saying is the whole world is watching. Everyone thinks they're going to hand to Marshawn Lynch. Instead, he passes. They score. They're the best. And I think he's a passionate guy. I think Pete Carroll's a great coach.
I agree.
And for him to just get blamed for that is insane to me.
Right.
Your quarterback, there's never been an interception in the history of football where the quarterback has received less blame.
Yes.
He threw it to the other guy.
Right.
And the guy made a great play.
This is what I love about you. You're out for justice.
I like justice.
Yeah, you like fairness and order.
I try to see things from both sides.
Good for you.
Like Joni Mitchell.
Very Buddhist.
I'm a Buddhist.
Indoor Buddhist.
I'm a Buddhist, and you can all suck my dick if you don't like the Patriots.
Just move that big Buddha belly out of the way and lick his balls.
You don't have to suck my dick. It was a great game, though, and
Hell of a
also
game.
I love the city of Seattle, and I think that Seattle has great fans, but that organization a bit classless, if you ask me.
Oh, it's shabby.
They're calling out Gronkowski, saying he sucks before the game. The guy pretends to take a shit on the ball.
Yeah.
What is that? We talked about this. We had a long discussion about race, and a lot of course, there's a higher crime rate and stuff, and all of that is from years of slavery and segregation and being treated inferiority, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
These people have been victimized for hundreds and thousands of years. And so there's a lot of problems, obviously, in the African-American community because of that, and it's derived from white abuse.
Sure.
However, this scoring a touchdown and grabbing your dick and getting in the camera and calling out Darrelle Revis and pretending to take a shit on the football, I'm not taking any blame for that for the white people. That is their own culture. I don't know what it stems from.
There's a bit of a showboating.
This showboating, you get a catch for a first down in the second quarter, and you spin the ball, and you do a dance, and you do the worm across the thing. How come the white guy, he catches it, he just gives it back to the ref and gets back in the huddle? What's going on there?
Maybe it's and I'm not a black man.
Certainly not.
But maybe it has something to do with the something to prove. Hey, motherfucker. Maybe I'm not as high on the totem pole as you, but I just fucking scored on your ass.
Well, wouldn't it be just proven just by doing it?
Oh, well, it's not enough.
Tom Brady wins. He throws his hands up. We win. Shakes hands.
I don't know. I think you got to stuff it. Stuff it down your face. This is a slam dunk, baby.
That's what they seem to think or whatever. I shouldn't say they because it's a whole thing, and I don't want to be, whatever the fuck. But I don't know what that's different. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate the dick grabbing and the guy costing his team 15 yards by pretending to take his pants off.
Right.
And Sherman getting in the camera, calling out Darrelle Revis, and now you lost.
Right.
You
right.
lose.
Yes.
Guess the news. You lose.
Yeah.
I love when Edelman scores that go-ahead touchdown. He just stares at the guy.
It's classless. You're right.
No talk, no nothing. They start a fight after the game. Like, what? Get real.
Right.
I don't understand.
Hey,
that nonsense.
Have you noticed though too the people who showboat the most tend to lose the most.
I don't know. Ali, he only lost 5 fights.
I guess he was a showboater. Yeah.
He was like the original. He started it all. I'm the greatest. That nonsense. And then Joe Frazier knocked the shit out of him. Joe Frazier, black guy, didn't do any of that stuff.
Right.
So I don't want to cast dispersions. I don't know what that sentence means.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about like in a bar fight. You see 2 guys, and one guy's like, motherfucker, and then the other guy just pops him, and the guy falls down.
Oh yeah, those assholes. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, nice to see them lose. But anyways, we don't want to get to football. But how about that Jason Cantor apartment?
Oh my God, we watched the game in Jason Cantor's apartment. He won the apartment lottery, as we mentioned.
Yeah, unbelievable.
58,000 applicants. He's got a place on 99th Street. Huge loft, beautiful windows, looking right out on the street. We were watching the snowfall. Just a hell of a time. He had a great spread, too.
Good party. There was some hot chicks there. You missed one of the. He has a friend that's a lesbian. One of the hottest women I've ever seen.
I didn't see her at all.
Yeah, you missed. I mean, she is smoke. I haven't seen her in years. He worked with her. I used to always get drunk and tell her I loved her. That was before she was out of the closet, I guess. Dark, curly hair, petite, wearing the heels and the tight pants, and she eats pussy.
Or
at least gets her pussy eaten by women.
Yeah.
I mean, is there unbelievable?
That is hot. It doesn't get better than that. The whole face sitting phenomenon. Bring it on.
I love face. I think you know my policy on face sitting.
Sure.
If up to me, we'd be doing this podcast with big cunts in our face.
Now, well, let me ask you about scissoring. That I'm not too sure about.
I don't really get the scissor.
I don't get it. I think it's a lot of mumbo jumbo.
Well, we can't participate because we have testicles.
Well, we could mash our balls together if we wanted. That would actually be more effective, I think.
It'd be painful.
Yeah, but you'd feel something. I don't know if the scissor, I don't think they're feeling a lot.
No, because they get the clit on top of the clip. It's just hard to work. You have to do a lot of arm stuff.
Right.
I don't know, but I'm not into watching it.
No.
Because I need to be able to put myself in a thing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Porn doesn't do it for me. I can't watch other people fuck. I don't care that they're getting laid.
Is that right?
I need my own experience. I need to think about me having sex.
What?
I'm watching some guy fuck some woman. That doesn't do it for me.
You're all imagination?
If I was watching you fuck, your
Oprah.
girlfriend or something,
okay.
not Oprah. I find her off-putting physically.
I can see that.
Yeah, she's a little old and fat.
Yeah, she's not
It's not
attractive.
the black thing. I think I'm in trouble for the other thing.
No, she's not attractive.
No, not attractive at all. But, she's still a wonderful woman, whatever the fuck.
Well,
I don't know.
as a kid, I had a crush on Oprah. Did I ever tell you that?
What?
Well, she was so maternal. My mom was always working. I needed a mother figure around.
Well, that doesn't mean you have a crush on them.
Well, I think as a youngster, that was a crush.
As a ute.
As a ute. Yes. The 2 utes.
YouTube.
There you go.
YouTube. YouTube.
Oh, it's YouTube for kids.
YouTube.
Not bad.
Woo. Are we having fun or what?
We're having too much.
All right.
Yeah, but I had a thing for Oprah, and then I grew up and then realized, she's gross.
Wow. All right. Well, I had a thing for Mrs. Byron, my 6th grade teacher. She was
hot.
sexy, but she was probably old. I think she was like in her 50s.
No, I think back then as a kid, a 31-year-old seems like a granny.
That's right. Good point.
Just like my dad's schlong. When I saw it as a kid, I was like, good Lord.
Right.
Holy moly, what are you, John Holmes?
That's probably a medium.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
It looked like a truck tire.
I'll talk to him.
Please.
But yeah, good party, hot chicks there. And you missed all the comics. Taylor Ketchum was there. Greg Warren was there. 2 former guests.
Who are these people leaving during the halftime? Like,
I think
what
they had spots and stuff.
Ah,
you know
okay.
what I mean? Some people ran out to sets, I guess. I take the night off. It's such a holiday to me, the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's
Even
a
if
holiday,
The Patriots aren't in it. It's so fun. Everyone's involved, and the halftime show and all that crap.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time, and people come together, and unlike most holidays like Christmas, I feel like you just kind of dick around, like, what do we do now?
Right.
Do we sing carols?
Yeah.
Do we eat? But this is like you have a focus. That's the game.
That's what I love about the Super Bowl party because you're all watching one thing, so you're just zinging. You have you have all these great jokes because it's all focused on one thing as opposed to fake conversation.
Right.
But what a night! But man, we have so much to get into because
so much.
We haven't seen. Well, we did. We went on a trip together, but we haven't recorded in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So we got a lot of catching up to. I don't even know where to start here.
I mean, can I start from a trip I took 2 weeks ago?
Please, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where to start. You take over.
Yeah. So I did a little thing called Sketchfest in San Francisco. Ding, ding, ding. That's the trolley. Yeah. Well, funny you say that there, because I stayed in Japantown.
Oh, never heard of that.
I didn't know that was a town. I've heard of Koreatown. I've heard of Chinatown. I've heard of Little Italy, but not Japantown.
It should be Japanville or something like that.
Yeah, they should change it up. It's got a weird ring. Japantown.
You know what I had heard of? Little Tokyo.
Ooh, I like that.
Where's that?
I believe that's in New York.
Is that Little Tokyo in New York? I think it might be San Francisco. I think you stayed in Little Tokyo and you're calling it Japantown.
I'm pretty sure they were Japs.
Well, Tokyo's Japan, dum-dum.
Well, these were non-Tokyo Japanese.
Aha! Different breed.
Different breed?
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Have they rebuilt that yet?
I don't think so.
I still feel bad about that. I feel bad about the blacks, and I feel bad about the Japanese.
Hiroshima?
Hiroshima.
Yeah, that's the
and then
one.
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, what a great
like
word.
6 days later.
Nagasaki, that sounds like a fun sushi roll.
Boy, we really gave them the business.
Oh, yeah. What a crazy concept, just dropping a bomb on the whole place.
It's insanity. Quentin has a great joke. He goes, they call him Give Him Hell Harry Truman. They call him Give Him Hell Harry. And he's like, he gave them literal hell.
Right.
I'm going to die in this episode.
Yeah, you sound hip.
You do all the
you sound
talking.
like Mo Sizlak.
I sound like Tom Waits.
So, yeah, went to San Fran. Boy, I got to say, I'm going out on a limb here. Favorite city in the U.S. I'm calling it right here.
Wow.
I love the gays. I love the architecture. I love the weather. I love the layout of the city. I love the whole thing.
Wow.
Beautiful. Fun.
More than New York?
Well,
New York doesn't count.
New York doesn't count just because I love it here and I live here and I'll probably die here. Probably in a week with the AIDS. But I just love San Fran. So cool. I went all over this goddamn city. I went to the Mission. I went here. I went there. I went to Chinatown. I went up, down, and all around. And I was with Donnelly. So I got like a fat friend with me the whole time. Nothing better than a fat friend.
No, with a beard especially.
Yeah, so we look like a comedy duo. It's like Laurel and Hardy, just waddling down the streets.
Right.
And, he's like taking breaks every time we go uphill.
Right.
Good times. We're stopping here for a burrito. We're stopping here for a beer. Donnelly knew. I got there like an hour after him. He knew of every great restaurant in the city, so we went to all of them. Yeah.
But how does he know he only eats cheeseburgers and macaroni and cheese?
Well, they're great to him.
Right.
Yeah.
I've literally only ever seen him eat cheeseburgers. I'm not just as bad, but I'm almost as bad.
Right. He has a joke about how he eats as a child at a swim party.
Yeah.
That's like his favorite foods: Doritos, cheeseburgers, and pizza.
Right.
So we go to town. I do his shows at the Punchline. What a comedy club. Have you been there?
Never been.
It's one of the historic, great comedy clubs. This is like where everybody started, all that shit. Unbelievable club. I met Molly, the owner and manager or whatever. This woman, Molly, she's this hip chick. And right when I saw her, she goes, "We got to talk." And I was like, oh, fuck. What have I done? Because I've pissed off every woman in this business in some way.
Right.
Sexually or whatever. And so she goes in the green room. She's like, "Everybody out of the green room." And I'm like, oh, fuck. I just got here. I'm having the best mood. I'm at a fucking sold-out club. I'm headlining it.
Uh-oh.
So she goes, do you hate me still? And I go, what? And she goes, 3 years ago in Montreal, I was sitting with some friends. I had stopped drinking, so I was a little I had some anxiety going. You walked up and said, "Hey, Molly." And I said, "I can't talk right now." And I walked away. And I was like, I don't remember that at all. She's like, "Oh, my God, thank God." We had a big hug.
Oh, wow.
So nice to see a comedy club owner worry about us.
Interesting.
Because it's always the other way around. We're like these dumb kids who, we fuck up everything.
Right.
So that was fun.
Oh, she was making an amends.
She was making amends.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't even remember it. It felt like a comic and a comic talking instead of a comic and an owner.
Right.
So then I do the show. Show is great. Me and Michelle Wolf co-headline. We had a great time. We both killed. Got drunk after. Ran to another show. Did that show. Then we did the after party. After party was great. Met a hot blonde. Had sex with her in her hotel room.
Oh,
man. The after party's in a hotel, which is great because you want to go upstairs, and that's it. You want to go upstairs.
I've never brought anyone upstairs before.
Woo-wee. It's technically an elevator, but either way, you get to make out in the elevator on the way up, to get things cooking.
Yeah, I love an elevator makeout.
And then you're doing that thing where you're rolling on the walls down the hallway, making out.
What?
You know what I mean? Like you're just you're barreling down the hallway, making out, hitting walls, hitting a light fixture.
Oh man, you're like Swayze.
It was a good time. Swayze.
I don't know.
Does he
was
do that?
sexy.
All right.
He was pretty sexy in his day. He's dead now, right?
He's dead.
I believe so.
Woo, boy, they're dropping like flies, aren't
Yeah.
they? All the sexy men are leaving.
I watched Dirty Dancing a couple weeks ago. I had no idea there was an abortion involved when I was a kid.
What?
There's a big abortion thing.
Good Lord,
I had no idea.
That's the magic of youth. You don't notice any horrible things.
I remember from Dirty Dancing, it goes, remember that chick?
I don't. I told you don't remember the horrible things.
She sang a song, The Sister.
Boy, I blocked that one out
Yeah, and then there was
hard.
an abortion. She sang that. She sang it why they gave the
Yeah,
abortion.
did that cause it? Good
That was
Lord.
her, what do you call those pain medicines? I couldn't think of it.
Klonopin?
No, the...
Methadone?
But the
Morphine.
word for it. No, not the specific drug, but the... give me epidural.
Epidural.
Or maybe that is a drug. I don't know.
I think it is.
That was the epidural. Epidural was the word I was looking for, but whatever.
That works. Dirty Dancing, my first boner.
Is that right?
Clock it, baby. I remember in history, I remember sitting on my floor getting a boner and going, what the hell is this?
Your first conscious boner.
I guess so.
I think you get boners as a baby. I've heard
No.
that. Yes, Google it. Look
Get
it up.
out of here.
Chris, pull it up.
I've never seen a baby with a boner in my life.
Well, you don't see them because you only see a baby dick for, 2 seconds at a time? And
I've
then,
stared.
and then the mother yells at you and grabs a sheet and they throw you out.
What?
That's my experience.
Give that a look there, Chris.
Babies get boners.
I want to know. I'm
Just-
not against it.
Go to babiesgetboners.org.
Yeah, it'll be just a picture of Joe's face.
Big little baby boner on my nose.
Wow, baby boner. That
For sure, dog. I'm
I
telling
definitely
you.
don't want children now.
Yeah.
So, Dirty Dancing.
That's the only reason I want a child.
My favorite song of all time is in Dirty Dancing, by the way.
Uh-oh. Is it...
No. It's,
Not only was it the first result, like, do babies get erections? They do, and especially when you're changing their diaper.
wow.
They love the diaper change.
Hey, how about that?
I think it's the legs up. If you tie my legs in a cross and pull them on
Yeah.
my head, I get a boner.
Right, if you slide a baby wipe up my crack, I'll get hard too.
Oh, yeah.
And put a little talcum on that cock.
Anticipation.
Yeah.
Anytime I shit my pants, I have a boner. Well, I had a drinking problem for a while, folks.
Well, let me change it. We'll see what's what. Wow, baby boners.
I
Jeez
told you.
Louise. I think that's a good sign for me that I've never seen one. Not a pedophile.
Well, I guess I'm a pedophile then.
I guess so.
Slap it in the ass and call it a love story, because I've seen baby boners.
Wow.
I've never seen one. I just read about it. It's hard to decipher because the baby
read about
boner
it.
doesn't get all that bigger than...
Sure.
Because it's just a head of a penis, and then you get like a nickel.
Yeah.
Size.
Like a
It's-
stack of dimes.
Yeah, it's very small.
Got it. My favorite song is Stay Just a Little Bit Longer.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's a
love
good
that
one,
song. Maurice and the Zodiacs or something like that.
The other song won the Oscar. The doom 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 doom. Now I've had the time of my life. That one.
I love that one.
That won the Oscar.
Wow. You know what else is good is Ding Hungry Eyes.
Oh, just one look at you and I feel the size I got.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hungry Eyes.
That's a great soundtrack. The movie was huge. Patrick Swayze was not a
Huge.
big star before that.
Is that right?
Yeah, and Jennifer Grey never matched that. I read the whole Wikipedia page the other day. front
I do
and
that
back.
too. When I see a movie I like, I read the Wikipedia.
I don't even watch
page.
the movie. I go to IMDb and Wikipedia. I spend the whole time. I ruin the movie by reading all this stuff.
Interesting. I do the same thing.
Jennifer Grey was smoking hot.
Oh, that nose. That was my first schnoz love.
Yeah, interesting.
The scene that gave me the boner was the when the two girls are dancing together, and then they start crawling toward each other. Baby, oh baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
wasn't two girls though. That was Grey and Swayze.
No.
That's a man.
At what point the girls are dancing?
Maybe you're right.
Google it.
I don't know, but I think Swayze was in there dancing.
I'm telling you, the two girls are going at it at one point, and they're both in underwear for some reason. It was insanely hot.
I want to pull up the clip of.
Oh God. I just lost my baby boner.
I think I'm nailing it. My baby boy's in my pocket. I keep it on my keychain. Hey, everybody. Once again, this episode brought to you by Vegas.com. A trip to Vegas should not be taken without going to Vegas.com first. These guys are all local Vegas people. They know the city. They know the ins and outs. You can call. You can talk to them. Everything there is written or advised by a actual Las Vegas person. And if you're a fan of Tuesdays with Stories, then you're a fan of Tuesdays, and there's no better place to gather stories than Las Vegas. You got to love your stories. I got a million. We'll get into some in a few minutes, but go check it out. Spring break is coming up. March Madness is coming up. NASCAR is coming up, and they got all this stuff that's pretty amazing. Listeners have saved real money at Vegas.com with the exclusive offer. For example, $84 at the Bellagio, $56 off the Luxor, $90 off at Caesars. I've stayed at Caesars before as part of the HBO Comedy Festival years ago. That hotel is amazing, featured in The Hangover. So go do that. Go to Vegas.com and enter the code Tuesday. That's singular, Tuesday, for 10% off right now. Go to the website and click on the top right. There's a microphone in the top right corner. Enter Tuesday. Get an extra 10% off everything except for the air hotel packages, but you don't need that. That's Vegas.com. Click on the microphone and get your bonus savings by using secret code Tuesday. Book now, and you're going to love it. Have a blast. Thanks for listening. We love you. Vegas.com.
All right. So, yeah, great time. Went to the after party. Had a ball. We do the show the next night. This is how sad I am. I only had one show on the second night. I'm only there 2 nights. So I'm like, I got to get the most out of this city, and I never do this. So I see on the schedule where all the shows are. I look at one of the shows. It's Jay Madomian hosting.
Mm-hmm.
I say, hey, anyway, I can get on that show, which I never do. And so he's like, all right, fine, you can get on it. So I did my show at the Punchline, which was great again. Then I ran over to his show. That was killer. Then we go to the after party. This is the big after party. The first one was like a low key. This one was at a furniture factory.
Wow.
How cool is that? You're allowed to just sit on all the furniture, and half of it's half built, and some of it's is wood everywhere. It was really kind of hip.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
They made a makeshift bar, and they were serving moonshine. That was the only booze they had.
Wow.
So everybody is toasted. I mean, everybody's gone. Michelle Wolf was blackout.
Oh, fun.
And you got to just talk. You know when somebody's blackout and you get to talk to them, and they're still standing? And
Truth serum.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Oh, she was going off on everything. It was great. She was so fun. She doesn't remember any of it. She told me a lot of secrets.
Oh, nice.
Good times. And then I met this gal. I was working all night with this girl trying to get with her, and she was turns out she had a boyfriend. She dropped the boyfriend bomb like an hour in.
They just want to know that somebody wants to have sex with them.
I guess, but what a waste of time. I mean, she was fun and nice to talk to, but good Lord, ladies, throw it out there.
Right.
So I ended up playing skee ball with a gal, 22 years old.
Wow.
Took her home.
So she loves skee ball, probably.
Yeah, apparently. Actress from L.A.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
exciting. I love skee ball.
I love skee ball.
That's
Good
real
time.
fun.
I'm pretty good at it,
I think
too.
that's considered furniture.
It was in there.
Wow.
Can't complain. I think it's for the employees when they're done sanding. So we went back to her Airbnb, which is fun because you're banging in someone else's home.
Oh, yeah.
Not even her home. Some stranger's home. There's pictures. I'm like putting pictures face down because I couldn't look at their families.
The B&B stands for Bangin' Broads.
Yeah, banging and broads.
Bangin' Broads.
All right. So
What's B and B? Oh,
there you
yeah.
go. Yeah, there's an and in there.
Banging and blowing.
Perfect.
Did she blow you?
Yes.
All right.
At
Good
one
girl.
point,
Baby
yeah.
boner.
I've noticed the oral. I break out the oral right away. I go right down there.
That's all I've ever wanted to do my whole life.
Then we bang, and then they blow. The blow is almost like a reward now.
Wow. Blow post bang. That's
Blow
extra
post-
hot.
There's juices
Oh,
flowing.
I love that.
Yeah, I love a post bang blow.
I think I would enjoy eating a pussy by, like, cutting it off and eating it with a knife and fork. And like a dip, you get the lip on the fork, and then you dip it in some ketchup. And
I was thinking tartar sauce.
if there was a way to, if there's a way to put it back together and put
Sure.
it back on, I would be doing it every day. I'd have my
Yeah.
girlfriend go to work. Give me that puss before you go to work, and I'd put it in the oven and toast it up. A little maple syrup.
I picture you with a napkin in your shirt.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you got the fine china out, and you're just sawing away, and you're what do you call it? It's like a.
Nibble? Nish?
It's almost. I guess it'd be like a seafood dish.
Nosh.
Nosh.
It would be seafood. Yeah, clammy.
Yeah, you're
fishy.
noshing that gash. Gnoshin Gash.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Gnoshin Gash. Write it
Gnoshin
down.
Gash. Woo.
That's an episode title,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah, so did the whole, you're hungover, you wake up, you bang again, And then I just was like, all right, I got to go. And then I'm out in San Francisco. I don't know where I am. I'm in some random city, just fucking lost. So I Uber. God damn, do I love Uber. Uber's gotten me out of more binds than a Gnoshin Gash. And so...
I imagine that would be a bind if you're a Gnoshin Gash.
I guess so. So I'm lost in the city, and my flight's in like 3 hours. It's one of those things. You're hungover, you have no sleep, but it was worth it because you had sex with a 22-year-old, you're Gnoshin Gash. And the cool thing about Uber is this isn't some weird Palestinian cabbie. This is a fucking normal guy. I can be, well, not normal.
They're normal.
They're normal. But,
Black people, I love you.
Yeah, but these drivers don't hate Jews. And so you can just be like, I just did this. And they're like, whoa, that's crazy. And they're like, I know, and you smell my lips and all that. And so then he dropped me off. I showered up, got on a plane to L.A. Now, what do you got?
La Land.
Yeah.
I love L.A.
Love L.A.
We'll get into that. Well, I had to go. I was I went to North Carolina for a couple of days there. I'm sure you've done this before. Pretty exciting. I slept in 7 different cities in 7 consecutive nights.
Wow, that's impressive.
7 nights, 7 different towns.
I think that's an Anne Heche film.
It's pretty. Oh yeah, Harrison Ford.
Yeah, it really bombed.
I heard he's a lesbian.
I can see he's got the little earring.
Yeah. So I went Wilmington, North Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, New York, Whitman, Massachusetts, Shelton, Connecticut.
Wow.
And then back to New York. 7 cities, 7 nights in a row.
That's insane.
Pretty wild. No sex, though, just different beds.
Sure.
Pretty wild. And Whitman, Massachusetts was with my parents. We'll get into that. But
I was part of it.
yeah, you were there
I had
for
no idea.
one of those. Yeah.
I was singing that song, I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I've been...
I always wanted to do a song like that, but a tribute to all these people I went to high school with or whatever, and it's just every town in Massachusetts. I've been to Whitman, Hanson, Hanover, New Brunswick, whatever. New Brunswick, that's not. But anyways, so I went out to North Carolina, did the Dead Crow Comedy Club, formerly Nut Street Comedy.
Nut
You ever do that
Street.
one?
I love Nut Street.
It's a nice club. It's now called the Dead Crow. It's at Wilmington. If you're in the North Carolina coastal area, go check it out. Great club. I had a blast. They put you up at the Hilton there.
Woo!
Hilton on the river, Cape Fear, the river. One of my favorite movies. Scorsese.
Great movie.
Shout out to Martin Scorsese. He's a big listener, big fan. We appreciate you listening.
Yeah, we love you, Marty.
Thanks for all the work, Mart. So stayed at Hilton, Cape Fear. I fly into Raleigh, hell of a town.
Yeah.
I got a couple one-nighters. I got Wilmington. I rent a car. I love renting a car. Isn't it so exciting?
You feel like a goddamn grown-up.
They all try to pitch me the car. They try to sell me. Do you want this one? I go, give me the cheapest car.
Yeah.
And they tell me, just get out of here.
I need 4 wheels and a seat.
Let me get in this puppy.
Yeah.
I throw the bag in back. I had 71 miles on it. Nissan Versa.
Woo-wee.
Hell of a car. When I dropped it off, it had 877.
Get out of here.
I put 800 miles on
Is
this
that right?
fucker. Yeah.
Holy moly.
800 miles.
In one day.
Yeah, all went in 5 hours. It was a long
Wow.
gift. I flew to the wrong town, to be honest.
I see.
And so I drive out to a 2.5-hour drive to Wilmington. Just a beautiful ride. It's rain. It's kind of nasty, actually. It was raining, but I love getting in that car and just rocking and rolling.
Wait, there's no airport in Wilmington, or?
I think there is, but it costs more money to do it. And then I had to go
Sure.
to Greenville after that, and then I had a gig in Columbia, South Carolina.
Makes sense.
And I like the wheels. I like
Yeah.
to sit around. First day I was there, I drove down to the beach, Carolina Beach, and it was like overcast. It's winter. It's January. I go down to the beach. There's like 50 surfers out there
Whoa!
surfing. These surfers, I've said it before, I'll say it again. When I see a guy surfing, I don't know how I ever got laid. I don't know how you get laid.
Oh, no.
How does any non-surfer get laid?
These guys are one with the earth.
They're one with the earth. They're fucking riding the ocean,
Yeah.
and they're filled with muscles and tight clothes. I want to
Yes.
fuck them.
Long hair, they're sandy, they're fucking chiseled.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah!
Point Break. Anthony
Oh, that's
Kiedis.
right, that's right.
That would be a waste of time. Anyways,
I'm so cold. You're cold because the blood's leaving your body.
we're doing impressions now.
Great movie.
I
Great
think Martin
movie.
Scorsese directed that.
I don't know if we should Google that one.
Don't Google that. He did not. I'm joking.
He's working on a new piece, Baby Boner.
I was going to be insulted if you actually Googled that. Anyways, so what was I going to say? Oh, so I'm watching these surfers. I'm getting a fucking baby boner watching these guys.
You don't think Carolina surfing.
But their surfers like 3-foot swells, and they're really riding that business. And
Yeah.
I'm getting a crush on them, so I had to leave. I had to call my girlfriend and be like, "Don't go near the ocean. You'll just leave me."
Right.
So I drive back. I had to do radio, Saturday afternoon radio.
What? I've never heard of that.
Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m.
Come again?
radio. And the guy was like an all-time bro
What?
in North Carolina. He's got a backwards hat and like a hood. He's like, "What's up, man?"
Oh, my God.
He sounded like one of these surfers. I think it's a surfing community.
I had no idea.
Wilmington, North Carolina. But he's like, "Yeah, bro, it'll be good." He doesn't set up any bits. Doesn't set up a bit. We're just talking. If you're gonna do radio, you got to do a bit,
Right.
or else you're just an asshole talking. So he's like, asking me, "Come on, I'm trying to tell my story."
I'm sorry.
You're really hamming it up over here.
I'm sorry, I can't get a leg up on this table.
I can't get a leg up in this business. I'm dying.
Right. So
This
he's
is all I have.
a radio bro. That's rare.
Radio bro, and sounds like a superhero.
He's the opposite of NPR, basically.
Anyways, I go do radio, but the shows were great. Fantastic shows out in Wilmington. Great town. It's kind of a hippie, weird town.
I love
you know?
Wilmington.
So I do the 4 shows there, 2 nights in Wilmington, hot night. One of the nights, it's the late show Saturday, and some dude I can't even do this, my throat hurts. He's going like this. Woo! Through the whole show. And I snapped. I'm not a snapper on stage.
You're not a snapper.
But I snapped. I was like, that is the sound of the decline of America. That's
Yes,
America
yes.
turning to shit.
Right.
This noise. Woo! What are you doing?
I know.
Also, no offense to our lady listeners. I already offended the blacks because they grab their dicks and talk in the camera. But
Sure.
the ladies, that's a lady thing to do. Woo! TRL and bullshit. Men don't woo.
TRL.
Ric Flair or whatever, but he was 60 and he made money.
He made a thing out of it.
What are you doing wooing?
Yeah, get a life.
And so I stayed. He was like a 25-year-old guy. I'm like, why are you wooing? That's dumb. I was like, you're fucking yelling. And a woman, it's a little more like, woo. A guy, he's like a bassy, boomy voice. I'm like, it's going through my head. It
Right.
hurts. You're a dick. I was like, you're a fucking asshole.
killing me.
I was like, you suck.
Who woos?
I was like, why are you doing that?
What
Just
a
stop doing
lunatic.
that. And then some woman goes, woo. And now people start wooing because I'm snapping.
Oh.
And that woman got mad because that's when I was like, that's America going down. And in North Carolina, these red states, you start talking about America going down the
yeah.
shitter, they get really upset.
I don't
But
like that.
What do you want me to tell you?
You might as well burn a flag.
Woo, it's the absence of thought.
Yes.
And that's DePaulo said that before me, but like it's the absence. It's just there's a silence, so they want to fill it. They're dumb.
Right,
It's like
right.
an empty fucking woo. Oh, no,
Right.
It's just a noise. Shut the fuck up.
And they think they're being encouraging. They think they're being positive, but it's worse. It's annoying and it's frustrating.
It made me crazy, but it was one of the most successful sort of snaps I had because he stopped doing it.
Oh, good.
There was the next like 2 minutes were weird because they saw that side where they're like, "What's up with this fucking guy?"
Right.
But I was like, "It just sucks." I was like, "I don't know why you're doing that." And he couldn't answer. He kept looking at me like drunk, like an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, "So there's no reason. So stop doing that."
Yeah.
And I ended up having a great set or whatever. It was
Oh,
pretty
good.
fun. But anyways, I hate the woo.
I had a chick in Montreal. She kept doing the. I was doing well, and she would yell out like if I got a huge laugh, she'd be like, that was a good one from
Oh,
the
I hate
back of
that.
the row. That was a good. Fuck you. They're all good. Blow me.
Yeah, you stink.
Yeah.
What you should say is, I'm smart enough to get that one.
Yes.
I'm an idiot with these other jokes.
Exactly. And I was like, please don't do that. It's condescending. And she was like, what? Get out of here. I was like, no, you're wrong. No one likes you.
These people. But the rest of the show is great. It's always, I feel bad because stuff that goes wrong or is bad is a better story.
Sure.
You know, all the other shows were great. Great town, great people, great. The country's fine. But stop fucking wooing, you fucking nimrods.
Women shouldn't woo either. Just get rid of all wooing.
I agree. The women shouldn't be wooing, and I apologize for wooing on the show here.
Right.
Which camera do we look at? There's 9 cameras here.
I gave up on those years
I don't know
ago.
what's going on. Anyways, so then I drove to Greenville, South Carolina.
Ooh, I've been
and,
there.
Great drive, 4.5-hour drive, or maybe it's a 5-hour drive. But here's what I did. I was watching. This is fun. You'll appreciate this. I'm watching the hotel TV. I don't drink anymore, so I'm just back at the hotel at 10. I just jerk off until my dick is bleeding and
Sure.
it's the size of a baby boner by the time I'm done with it.
Yes.
Shearing it down. Does your dick get smaller from jerking off a bunch?
I guess if you do it enough,
I've done it enough, I
it's
think.
like whittling a piece of wood.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
It's scarred and it's twisted and it's hanging off to the right.
right.
I got to stand next to the toilet to piss now because my thing's
it's
twisted and-
yeah.
pointing towards Mecca.
It is a bit. The dick really does take a beating, doesn't it?
Horrible beating.
And it gets right back up and keeps on kicking.
Yeah, it tries to untwist, and I'm like, get back over there, you sucking dick.
Yeah, like you ever banged a girl and she's like, we gotta stop. There's a lot of friction. I'm like, well, there's friction with me too. I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I do feel bad. Those pussies take a pounding as well.
They really, literally.
We're really just beating the snot out of these genitals.
I know.
Literal snot. Those girls, I don't know what's going on there. But
Yeah, a lot of moisture.
I like the moist.
Love moisture.
So, anyways, I'm watching the TV, and Austin City Limits comes on PBS. ACL on PBS.
Uh-huh.
Like an eye chart.
I have PMS.
So I'm watching it, and speaking of PMS, this girl, Jenny Lewis, you ever hear of her?
No.
She's older, redhead, Jew. We love the Jews. Israel.
Redheaded Jew. Oof.
Redheaded Jew. Very sexy. She was
Yeah.
in a band called Rilo Kiley or something like that.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah, they're good.
They're
she's
good.
She's the leader of that band. So anyways,
Wow.
she's performing. I'm like, I like this chick. I Google record stores. Before my big ride, I got a 5-hour ride. I Google the record store. It opens at noon, so I just wait at my hotel till 11:55. Drive over to the record store in Wilmington. I forget what it was called. I should remember it, but I go over there. As soon as the doors open, the guy unlocks it, and I'm waiting outside. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
so I go in there, I find Rilo Kiley, and I find one of her solo albums. I buy the CDs. I watched her on TV, buy the CD the next day, pop them in the Nissan Versa, and I drive 6 hours listening to a fresh new CD.
Wow.
I felt like a teen.
What is this, the 90s?
It felt like the 90s.
That's
I
awesome.
had 2 albums. I listened to it. I got it cranking. I'm learning new music. I'm driving. I got the windows down. It's like 40 degrees. You ever do that? It's like 50 degrees.
Oh, I
shoot
love
the windows
that.
down.
I
don't
love
care.
it. It's freeing.
I'd rather bundle. It's freezing.
Bundle,
I
baby.
bundle up. I have the windows down. I'm listening to this hot Jew broad.
Yeah.
Jew broad. Prejudice against Italians. So, anyways, I'm driving to that. I drive 5 hours down to South Carolina. What a beautiful ride.
Oh, I
what
bet.
a beautiful country.
Yeah.
Say what you want about the politics and the wars and the people wooing, but the beauty of this country is not to be denied.
I agree. And we got a little everything. We got mountains, we got beach, we got forests, we got it all.
I take issue with one part of your sentence.
Uh-oh.
We don't have a little of everything. We got a lot of everything.
Yeah.
Tons of beaches, tons of rainforests, tons of lakes,
Yes.
rivers, ice, snow, gays, Jews.
Blacks, Latinos,
Yeah.
whitey.
Stop grabbing your dicks, blacks. Just give the ball back to the ref, you son of a cunt.
How about this? Have you heard the song, I think it's called Better Son or Better Daughter? Rilo Kiley?
I know Better Man and Daughter by Pearl Jam.
Something. Pull that song up. It's unreal. It's a beautiful song.
I love Jenny Lewis. She's 39. She's hot.
Ooh.
I like a hot older chick with red
Yeah.
hair. And at one point she was very empowering, which she's at the mic and she's singing. She had her leg up. It's so hot.
Oh,
when I
yeah.
see a woman performing, I want to eat her pussy. When I see a woman
yeah.
not performing, I want to
yeah.
eat her pussy too. But
I used to have that with Gwen Stefani. She got all weird on me, but like back in those No Doubt days.
she was in a real band that
yeah.
kicked ass.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm going to go make bullshit.
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
But anyways, I love the Jenny Lewis. I go to Greenville, South Carolina, did a one-nighter at a steakhouse.
Ooh.
Packed.
Wow.
It was great. The guy Nick Shaheen set it up. Great guy, great joke.
yeah.
A bunch of comics drove up from Atlanta. I was so jealous. All these Atlanta comics, they drive up for a one-nighter in a car. Don't you love that?
It's the best.
You're all packed in the car. They drive up. We meet. We all high-five. We shake. We're in it together. It's such a fun bond with comics.
Oh,
you meet
yeah.
these people, and you're like, hey, we're all friends instantly.
Yes.
It was great, and it was packed. They were all older, and I was a little nervous because I'm like, they're all older, but they're Republicans. You can say whatever you want to those people.
Best laughers in the business.
They're the best, and I try to be a good progressive liberal, but that PC shit comes from the left, and it makes me sick. But these
Right.
people, you just say whatever you want, and I'm
Right.
not saying edgy stuff, but I'm talking about sex. No cringing. They all just laugh. I killed.
Right.
They were a great crowd. Had a few fans of the pod come out.
Wow.
I want to thank those guys for coming out. Brandon, great guy. And people sold a few CDs. and
It's great.
It was so exciting to have some fans come out and just a fun night, fun show. And again, back to the hotel with all the cash. And then I went off to Charlotte.
Ooh.
Did a one-nighter. We threw together last minute, this one-nighter in Charlotte. And I feel bad. I feel like I'm hogging. You want to go again? And then I'll get back to my thing.
I just want to say this about the steakhouse gig. Did you just take a step back and realize you're in Greenville? Is it North Carolina?
South Carolina.
Greenville, South Carolina, at a steakhouse, and it's packed. That's the beauty of comedy. You can put it anywhere. I mean, you live in New York City, now you're in Greenville at a steakhouse. It's so crazy.
On a Sunday night.
On a Sunday night.
Packed.
And it was great.
It was great. It was beautiful.
I love that.
Same act wherever you go. Just
Same act.
College this night, a show for elderly people this night, same jokes, and it works and it feels good.
But when else would you be in Greenville? When else would you at a steakhouse? I mean, it's an amazing thing what comedy does. It can bring people together and a whole thing. And your life is never the same. Your life is always changing and weird and new experiences.
It's beautiful. It was wonderful. Driving down with the top down, and the top was up, but the windows were down. Just as good.
Top was up, windows down.
It's, cats fighting dogs.
Black is night, day is white. All right. Let me just pop into L.A., then we'll go to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a nice
It's like
top, what do you call it? tag team.
Yeah, it's a Carmen San Francisco.
Hey, that was pretty good. L.A. I went to L.A. Again, I flew in like an hour-and-a-half flight from San Fran. You got to love that. Pop into a rental car. I go to National. That's my guy.
I went to Enterprise. I go to Firefly when I'm in L.A. because it's cheap.
I don't
And
know
they'll rent to me.
Firefly.
Everyone else says, get the hell out of here, you
Yeah.
douche.
Well, that's a free plug for Nash and a free plug for Fire. So I go to Nash. I go, I don't have a reservation because the first thing I do is I go, do you have? And I go, I don't have one. Ha! Suck on that. And they go, we don't need one. We have a car anyway. And I said, well, why'd you ask? And so then they throw me the keys, and I go, I want midsize. I always get a midsize.
Why do you get a midsize?
I like a midsize.
You're gay.
What? What's wrong with mid?
You go cheap. You take a train, a fucking nickel subway ride, instead of a $10 cab ride, and all of a sudden you're going midsize on me?
Well, I don't want a compact.
You gotta go compact. But that's the only place I've ever heard you spending money.
Well, I'm not getting a fucking Bentley. I'm getting a Chevy Malibu.
What do you need a Malibu?
I like a Mal.
All right, get a Mal.
I'm getting a Boo.
I'm booing your decision.
Thanks, Boo. All right, so I get the Malibu. I love the Malibu. It's got the USB port right there. I got the nice screen with the backing up feature.
I have that in my cheap bullshit.
Oh, is that
car,
right?
The Versa.
Maybe I'll get a Verse.
I make a right turn. The screen comes on. It's HD. It's an episode of Seinfeld. You can't see where you're going, but it shows a TV
Oh,
episode.
boy. All right, well, I wouldn't mind seeing a little George. So I get the Chevy Malibu. I go midsize. But the cool thing is they give you the keys, or they don't give you the keys. They give you the paperwork, and you just go out and pick your car.
Aha.
So you're in this, car pen. You go, I want that one. It's like you wait for one to speak to you. It's like a prostitute. You go to the brothel, and you wait for that one. You go, that's the one.
That's how I play roulette. I just look at the numbers, and I'm like, 22 just winked at me. And I
Yes.
throw it on there, and I lose my money.
Well, that Malibu winked at me. I got a baby boner. I got in. I hit the road. And L.A., I feel like a noir detective in L.A. because I'm just trying to kill time around the city. That's
Yeah.
all I'm doing.
Are you wearing a hat, a fedora?
Wearing a hat, I pull it down over one eye, I got a trench coat on, I smile at dames, and I flip a coin under a streetlight. So, yeah, I'm just like wandering around L.A. I go to my show, and I just park and just walk around for like 3 hours. I sit on a bench, I go to Starbucks, I force feed myself, whatever. So I go to Neil Brennan's show at the Comedy West Side Theater.
Fun guy.
Fun guy, great show, packed, had a hot one. Meet this girl at the show. I've known her for years. I've always wanted to have sex with her, but she always had a boyfriend. I go, you're not going to believe this. I have nowhere to stay. She goes, stay at my place. That was a done deal.
That is your move.
That's my move.
You pretend to be a hobo and you get laid.
Well, because here's the thing with the gals, with the skirts.
Give away too much here.
Ah, you're right. I'll save it.
No, I want to hear it.
All right. I hope you did.
I might be single one day.
So the thing with women is women like sex, men like sex, but you can't go, we should have sex, because then for some reason the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. But if you have a thing implying sex that isn't sex but is obviously sex, you're golden.
That Malibu implies sex.
Oh, yeah. But it's the weirdest thing. You can't say sex, but if you go an inch to the right, you're good.
Right. It's very interesting.
I don't know why. I guess it's kind of like with a cop. You can't be like, hey, I have weed, but you can go, I smoke weed.
Well, it's interesting.
That's not
you
illegal.
gotta do a lot. It's a lot of nudge.
A lot of nudge.
Bullshit.
Which
I
is
think that's
silly.
like if a cop pulls you over, you can be like, oh boy, I got all these extra 20s here. I'll find my license. I got all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't be like, can I give you money and you won't get me off?
It's a good point.
I'm saying that I've never offered a bribe to a cop before.
I've never have, and I never will.
I feel like our black listeners are thinking like, is that how it works with these whiteys?
Right. It's not. Try it, see what happens.
I really feel bad about the black thing earlier. I feel like
Well, it's a cultural thing. It's a showboating.
I hate it.
Yeah.
What's the source? If you're a black fan, call in.
Right. I think it's a hey, we got you, motherfucker.
I know, but they should change that.
Yeah, because it's more effective to not do it.
I agree completely.
Yeah. Interesting.
And just go, we won. We're better.
Right. Just win.
Fuck you.
Well, they win a lot of sports, so you gotta
They
give
do.
them that. Yeah, so I did his show. I slept at this gal's place. Now, how about this? I'm in LA for 2 days, so I have 3 meetings to go to. I'm thinking about getting a new agency.
Uh-oh.
And so I had 3 meetings set up at 11, 12, and 1.
Why wouldn't you do 11, 1, and 3?
Because my flight was at 4.
Aha.
Yes.
Oh, I would have gone 9, 11, 1. 9, 11.
1?
Don't forget, folks.
Yeah, never forget. Pete Carroll. So I wake up at this gal's house. I skedaddle. I go to my first meeting, meet the manager. You know, these LA meetings, they want to manage. They want to agent me. Is it agent me? They want to represent me. They want to represent me because you can say manage me for the
Right.
manager,
You
but you
can't
can't say
agent
agent. Yeah. So they want to represent me, which is so nice having the other flip. You get the flip side. Every
Mm-hmm.
meeting I've ever gone into my entire life is me going, please love me. Here's money. I'm not a fucking homo. Help me
Right.
out. And this
Not
one,
that there's anything wrong with being a homo.
nothing wrong with being a homo, but all the meetings I go to are for, straight men.
By the way, in this business, there's something great about being a homo.
Oh, love
you
the
can
homos.
move right to the front of the line.
Yeah, sit on my face.
If I could suck your dick, I feel like I would be famous.
Oh, my
I
God.
keep trying, but he keeps waking up.
That's why we got these cameras.
Yep.
So, sorry about the waking up. Just drug me more. So I go to these
Cosby.
meetings, and they want you now. So you're just sitting back. They got fruit on the table. You're always weird about eating the fruit. I'm eating all the fruit. I'm holding grapes over my mouth like that, like fucking Caesar. And
I told you they love the fruits.
yeah. So went to. Every meeting went way too long because they don't let you leave. They're like, "We'll do this for you. We'll do that for you. We'll do this." And they're like pinching your
I
ass
would
and massaging
kill
stuff.
for one of these meetings.
Oh, it was
If
wild.
there's an agent listening, I'm funny. I'm dropping bombs over here.
I
like
threw,
Truman.
I threw your name out, but there was a picture of you with darts in it, so they weren't having it. So
They threw my name out a long time ago.
that's true.
They
Yeah,
went, he's white and straight, and he's not funny enough, and he threw the trash.
crumpled it. Yeah. I went to all the meetings. Each one ran way too long, so I was late to each one, which I think maybe looked better.
Yeah.
And then we get out of the meetings, and I get a text from Delta. Hey, your flight's canceled. There's a goddamn blizzard. There's a blizzard in town.
Blizzard 2015.
Yeah, de Blasio is freaking out. Everybody's going nuts. They're shutting the whole city down. So then I'm texting you like, I don't know, I'm not going to make it. What's going to happen with Beantown? We got a gig, da-da-da-da-da.
I gave you a hot tip.
You gave me a hot tip. You were right on the ball there. And you said, hey, call Delta, get your flight changed. They're doing it for free right now. So I pushed my manager down the stairs, and I called Delta, and I got a new flight. Oh, shit, what was I going to say?
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. So now I'm sleeping in L.A. Now I got to find a place to sleep
Uh-huh.
for that night. I was going to fly out.
There's your trick again.
Here's my trick. So I go do. I see on the Comedy Bureau, great website for LA comedy. By the way,
never heard of it.
I'm throwing that out there. Comedy Bureau. It's they have every open mic list. They have every show for the night, for the week. It's wild.
Just L.A. or all the country?
Just LA.
Uh-huh.
And so if you're ever looking for a show, go to that.
Not bad.
So good buddy of mine runs it. So I checked the Comedy Bureau. I see our old buddy Dave Waite
Oh, I love Dave.
has a show, and it's a show he's been like, you should do my show, but it's a monthly show. You're never in town for it, and it's that night.
It's a Wednesday. Blind Barber.
Blind Barber.
That is a hot show.
It's a show in Culver City behind a barbershop. It's like a speakeasy behind a barbershop, which is cool. You walk in, and it's this guy's getting a haircut, and you go behind this door, and it's a fucking hip,
Yes.
fucking cool pad. And so Dave Waite, he gives me like, I can only give you 5. It's booked up. And I said, a 5, I'll take it. All the agencies come out to the show.
Wow.
So I'm like, Dave, buddy, pal of mine, you got to give me more than 5. Everybody's here. They'll all watch you too. This will be big for everybody.
Of course,
so he gives
yeah.
me, bumps me up to 8.
By the way, I don't think they really do that.
What's that?
These agents, in my experience, they're there to see a guy. They do not care about the other guys.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen that way. They don't go to see a guy and go,
Right.
"But we love this guy." Not
right.
in my experience.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't hurt because then in 2 years they can go, actually, I did see that guy once.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
why it doesn't help? Because nobody told them to watch that guy.
I know.
They need to be told,
they
these
need to be
people. I'm
told.
putting it out there.
It's like hipsters. They don't know what's cool until you tell them what's cool.
They got to be told who's good.
Gotta be told. So the show is great. Killer show. You've done it.
I
Unreal.
did. It's amazing.
It's hot chicks everywhere. I got 3 numbers after the show.
Wow.
I was racking it up. I mean, I was
Not
going.
10.
Huh?
Not 10 numbers. That's a digit phone number joke.
Oh. So I go, I'm just going up to girls at a hot set. I'm just going, hey, can I call you sometime? Knowing I'm leaving tomorrow. It's just a ego fucking piece of shit thing. And so now I have nowhere to stay because none of the girls answered that I called. And the 22-year-old texts me
Uh-oh.
from San Fran. End up going to her place.
What?
Yeah.
You drove up to San Francisco?
She lived for L.A. actress.
Oh, so she flew
She's
back
back.
to
She's
LA
back in
with you.
L.A.
I see.
Yeah, so she lived in West Hollywood, great neighborhood.
Yes.
Go over there. Bada bing, bada boom. Abortion clinic, and then I'm off to New
Wow.
York. Yes,
Boy, that's amazing.
Charlotte.
She came back.
Yeah.
And then you got into New York despite the blizzard. This is going to be like a to-be continued episode because we're running out of time here.
Oh wow, yeah.
So anyways, I'm in Charlotte. We're back in Charlotte, North Kakalaka. I was supposed to do a show in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the capital
Yes.
and home of the University of South Carolina, which I drove through. I stopped there, went to Chipotle. Some of the hottest women I've ever seen walking around Columbia, South Carolina.
Is that right?
It was like a 50-degree day, and I'm talking to my mother and my aunt and my uncle, and they're all preparing for this big storm, epic blizzard.
Yeah.
I'm walking around in shorts and a tank top and a tube top and a pair of heels.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 60 degrees. And I'm wearing a, inflatable mattress, whatever.
Yeah.
And just beautiful. I'm walking around campus and the Capitol, and every girl is so hot. Those
Oh,
Southern
yeah.
bells.
Southern Belle. Ding, ding, dong.
Love a bell. No dong. No dong. Beautiful, beautiful girls. So I walk around, I stop in Columbia. I finish the way out. I go to, actually, wait, I was on the way to Greenville, so fuck that story, but whatever. Then the next day, I drive up to Charlotte, go to Chipotle again. I had Chipotle every day out there.
I had it a couple times in L.A.
I'm
myself.
obsessed. I can't deny it.
If you go to my Safari on my phone, it says nearest Chipotle.
That's all I do. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I've ever asked is, where is Chipotle?
Right,
I
right.
do it after this just for fun. So, anyways, we drive up to I drive up to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was supposed to do a show in Columbia, South Carolina, but it fell through. I hate the fall through.
Hey to fall through.
So, so I drive to Charlotte, which is a cool town, and this is like a last minute thing. And we set up the show. This girl Blair, who was just a beautiful gal, a black African American
Ooh.
gal. I feel like I really got to kiss ass after all that.
Brown sugar. How come
Jesus
it
Christ.
tastes so good.
Can you imagine that song is still played? That song is about a slave owner fucking slaves.
Is that right?
Because it came out in 1968, or 71, I should say. They still play it.
No.
Just like a black girl should. Hear 'em whip the women just around midnight. They're playing that.
Oh, my Lord.
Can you imagine releasing a song where you say, whip the women around midnight?
Yeah.
Just like a black girl should?
I thought it was just about hot black chicks.
That's the slaves.
Oh, my
Scarred
Lord.
old slaver knows he's doing all right.
Woo.
Hear 'em whip the women just around midnight. And it's on the
yeah.
airwaves.
Yeah,
It's like it's grandfathered in.
Right.
Can you imagine if Lady Gaga was just like, well, she might be you guys have a man. It has to be a straight white
Right,
guy who was
right.
like, hey, whipping women,
Right.
eating brown pussy.
Well, it helps because it's catchy, too. If it was a shitty song, people were like, string them up.
It's an unbelievable song. But
Very
anyways,
catchy.
so anyways, Blair puts together this show, and it's at a little coffee shop / bar on a community college campus. And it's like $8 a head. We're splitting, so I'm getting $4 a head. So I'm like not expecting to make any money.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I made $40 or whatever.
That's
but
something.
It was cool. So people are coming in. There's like 3 or 4 people there. A couple of fans of the show actually
Hey.
came out.
Wow, you guys are scattered all over this great land.
Yeah. This land is your land. Tuesdays with stories. Anyways, that was Mark that time. So anyways, I'm like, I'm going to grab a bite. I'll be right back. I go to get food. I go to Burger King, eat it in the car. I walk back in. The place is packed.
Oh, my Lord.
Blair made some phone calls.
Uh-huh.
And a very fascinating sociological thing happened. And here goes race again. Sitting over here on the couches on the left side of the room, stage left, there's a bunch of white people with their feet up with coffees sitting there watching the show. Mm-hmm. Over here, there's about 18 young black kids standing watching the show. Mm-hmm. And the whole show, there's like 4 or 5 comics on before me, all really funny guys. It's a good comedy town.
Oh, yeah?
And all these black kids, they're young, they're college. It's probably less of a race thing and more of a 19-year-old guys at a bar thing.
Right.
But after every joke, they're saying, chill, chill. Do you know this term now?
I've heard the term chill.
Yeah. Certainly, but it's a new meaning now.
Ah.
You say chill, like if someone does a Cosby joke, they're like, chill, chill.
Like
don't go there.
Aha.
Chill has replaced don't go there.
Well, don't go there. It's pretty square.
Yeah, but it's now it's new.
It's new.
And I've heard it in different. I've heard white people and black people use it. Chill, chill, chill. Everyone starts yelling that, and they all start yelling. It's like a weird gang. I'm gonna get in trouble, but it was like a tribe.
Right.
They were,
right.
like, one says chill, and they all repeat chill, chill, chill,
Uh-huh.
chill, chill.
Interesting.
And then they would be like snap, 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 snap. Like they'd all yell after every joke. They're all yelling and talking.
Right.
I'm like, stop. I'm just sitting there hating these guys. I'm like, stop it.
Well,
and there's all these people just sitting here watch the show.
Yeah.
Laugh or don't laugh.
and I'm sure Whitey's pretty uncomfortable.
Oh,
with
they're
the whole
super
thing.
uncomfortable, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm just annoyed, and I'm like, man, this would be better if these guys didn't fucking come.
Right.
Because they're not, and they're all taught. They break into conversation. They're like, what? Oh, that's whack. That's whack, 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 whack.
Jesus
They make all
Christ.
these crazy noises. It's topsy-turvy.
It's like a barbershop quartet.
That's what it felt like, but it was 18. It was an 18 tet.
Yes.
So I'm getting mad. And I'm like, God, this is annoying. I'm supposed to do 45 minutes. What the fuck? And I had this moment, a moment of clarity, if you will.
Please.
I went, well, I'm just gonna embrace it, and I'll just do well. I'll just talk to them, and I'll make them laugh. And so I went on stage, and I'm a little nervous, and I just started, what do you call it? Addressing it.
Yes.
I was like, this is fascinating. Sociologically, there's 18 white people sitting quietly watching, and then there's 18 black guys jumping and shouting and yelling after every joke. I was like, why? What is with that? And they all start dying. They're loving it.
Well, they're getting attention finally.
Well, they're laughing. They're laughing at it, and then the white people are kind of laughing, but they're nervous because it's race. They get very nervous.
Sure.
And I was like, don't get me wrong. All the white people have their feet on the fucking furniture, which is asinine. Also,
Aha, there
it's
you
a very
go.
white thing. We just own this. We'll put our feet up.
Right.
And the black guys, they start loving it. They start yelling, and they were also yelling "squad." Have you ever heard this?
Squad, no.
And one would yell "squad," and they'll go "squad, squad, squad, squad," and they're screaming it.
Boy, oh boy.
And I go, "What the fuck is squad? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You fucking numbskulls!"
Yes, well, easy with those ends.
And the one guy goes, "It's NS. It's fine."
Yeah.
And so I think maybe it's KN.
It might be K.
I don't think
No,
so.
it's no.
I'm thinking of knucklehead.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Knucklehead, also a great word.
not bad. So the one guy's like, "Squad." He's like, we're a squad.
Yeah.
And then I started going, "Well, can I be in the squad? What am I gonna do for a squad? I'd like
Right.
to be in a squadron."
Uh-huh.
And they're all just laughing, high fiving. I said some other jokes I can't remember them.
Sure.
But they're loving it. But the moral of the story, I turned the tide.
You turned it.
They all started listening and laughing. One of the guy came on, and I was like, "What's the deal?" I started interviewing him. His name was Swan Dom,
Swan Dom.
and I kept calling him Swan Boy, and all his friends would die laughing. They're like, "Ah, shit!"
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Is there a secret handshake?" And he's like, "There is actually."
Uh-huh.
And so we did the crazy secret handshake, and I nailed it first try because I'm cooler than you think.
You are cool.
And they all went crazy. They all start laughing, and the white people start loosening up. They're laughing.
Uh-huh.
And then I eased into jokes. It was like I tricked them.
Yes.
And the bits start working. I turned the whole thing. It was like the best show I did all week.
Wow.
And those blacks, once they're laughing, there's nobody better.
It's the best crowd in the universe.
They're running into the street. They're
Yeah.
high-fiving. They're jumping up and down,
Back
literally.
flips, yeah.
And I really felt good because I really won over that crowd.
Wow.
Both parties.
Good for you.
The same jokes, and it felt really good. And then I kept asking the guy. I brought him on stage a few times, and I was interviewing him, and I shit on him, and he'd make fun. And
Well, the cool thing about black crowds, as tough as they can be sometimes, is if you're real with them, they'll give it to you. You got to
Right.
be real.
You got to not pander, I think.
Not pander.
That's like that with all races, I guess. But
I think whitey you can kind of squeak by a little bit with
Right.
some phoniness.
Yeah,
but
some pander, but,
black people, they can see right through that. It's like they can smell fear almost.
But it ended up being great. And after the show, we were all hugging and high fiving, and it was very exciting and just a great show. And it felt. I was glad to have it. I felt like proud of myself.
Good.
I was
Yeah,
like, man,
that's
that was
great.
not a good situation. They were heckly and annoying.
Right.
And they ended up being great. But
It's a good lesson in just because they're loud and yelly doesn't mean they're bad.
right, and you don't have to snap either. 'Cause a lot of people I think would have been like, "I'm not going on," or "Fuck you guys, you fucking idiots." But I was like, "What is going on? What are you saying?"
Right.
I asked all these other black culture things. I was like, "What's out now?"
Yeah.
Still. I said something about a dog. I was like, "Is Dog still in?" It feels like it's not in. I feel like Dog's not in. They had Nate Dogg and Snoop Dogg,
Right.
and Little Dog, whatever the Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
I feel like Dog is kind of out now.
Right.
And they were like, "Well, it's kind of out, but whatever." And we had a list.
I love that.
And I shit on Whitey, of course, too.
You
because
gotta
plenty
balance
of-
it out.
Plenty of whiteness to shit on. They get
Sure.
their people put their feet on the furniture.
Yeah.
A lot of white people taking their shoes off places, which is insulting.
Oh, that's gross. On airplanes and shit.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I hate everybody equally. I
Right.
don't hate black people. I don't hate.
Well, you gotta-
I hate people.
If you hate everyone, I guess it's all right.
I dislike people.
There you go. It's a
All right.
dislike. It's not a hate.
I feel like I'm on eggshells over here.
Well,
I feel like if the industry listens to this one, I have no chance.
can I say this? I bet eggshells would actually be fun to walk on.
I don't think so.
You really think about it, like the literal eggshell. Wouldn't that be fun? You put some slippers on, and just there's a whole sea of eggshells. Wouldn't that be fun to just walk on them?
Well, if you have shoes on, yeah.
Sure. That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
I think in the saying you're barefoot.
Well, they should specify that.
No, it's implied.
Not in my book.
Yeah, because it hurts. Or maybe you crack them.
No, that's easier. They're soft. Is the whole metaphor. You're
No,
walking
they're
on
not.
eggshells.
No, they're not. They're breakable. They're very fragile.
That's what I'm saying. They're soft.
They're not. An eggshell is not soft.
Well, you know what I mean.
dum-dum.
Like they're fragile.
That's different than soft. They're the
Wow.
opposite of soft.
Okay, well,
they're hard and rigid.
Yeah, but they're easily broken.
Yeah, that doesn't mean soft.
Well, you know how much
I think
pressure
you're
it
a
would
little
take.
soft.
It would take so much pressure, just a little bit of pressure to break an eggshell.
But that doesn't mean soft. Delicate.
Delicate.
Delicate, I'll take.
Yeah, but you could say a guy is delicate and a guy is soft.
Yeah, but that's different.
I know it's different molecules. Yeah.
No, what's the word I'm looking for? Different context.
All right, but I'm saying I think it would be enjoyable to walk on eggshells.
I hear what you say. If you have shoes on, I guess so.
Sure, it'd be a lot of fun.
I feel like we're so blessed. It's enjoyable to walk on anything.
Oh, Jesus.
Is this camera working? Yeah. Oh, sweet. All right, that's going to be a hell of a video. This is on video. We videotaped this episode.
Jeez.
And go to, what's the website they can watch this on?
It's on standuplabs.com or Daily Motion.
Uh-huh.
Check it out. Give us a search for the old Tuesday store.
Check it out. We got to wrap up this episode here because we're going over time. But go to SoundCloud. We talked to some people that work at SoundCloud, and we learned a lot about SoundCloud. Fuck iTunes. iTunes can suck my dick. No good.
That was a little harsh.
iTunes, I love iTunes. It's great. Don't suck my dick. You can't suck my dick. But SoundCloud is great.
Yeah, I love SoundCloud. They're doing the Lord's work over there, and they're really innovative.
Yeah, very innovative. Go to SoundCloud.com. You can watch it right on a website, and you can pause and comment and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's the wave.
It's very interactive.
Wave of the future and interactive.
Comment.
So,
We'll comment back. Ask questions, whatever. But where the phone is gone, the phone hasn't lit up today because we lost the phone in a fire.
yeah, I think I'd be in trouble because I made some probably insensitive race comments. But
Well, here's the
I
thing.
don't think they were that insensitive.
I don't think they were bad either. And the thing is, we're two curious fucking losers, and we just want to know things. I want to ask black people questions, but I'm not allowed to. And I have questions about the culture, and I'm curious, and I'm like, I feel like the cat got my tongue, or what is it? The curious cat?
I can't remember. Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat, and that's that. We'll see you next week, folks.
Thank you.
We just want to know.